Video games are media. Whether or not you think Halo or Call of Duty are art is up to you, but there's no denying that there's plenty of budget to go around in the AAA gaming market. No matter the type, there'll always be media out there that tries to push boundaries and limits, whether it's music, movies, literature, or video games. Plenty of governments out there try to ban media when they think it's crossed a line, and video games aren't any different. Hey guys, ArcadeCloud here, and today we're counting down our top 10 video games that got banned. If you're new to our channel, go ahead and subscribe. It's free, you know. Make sure to comment down below and let us know what we missed on this list and what games are banned in your country. And hey, if you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with some friends. That's also free. Just a quick disclaimer before this list starts. This is a list in a general order of least to most controversial reasons for the game to be banned, not a list of our favorite banned games. Just so there's no confusion, we don't condone playing any banned media in your country. Starting us off today at number 10, we have EA Sports MMA, which was denied release in Denmark, but probably not for the reason you're expecting. Yes, there's fighting and violence, but the real reason behind the outrage was product placements and advertisements for energy drinks. These sorts of ads go against the law in Denmark. Okay, so the game wasn't technically banned, but it was barred from releasing. They were happy to allow the game its release as long as EA removed the Rockstar Energy branding and replaced it with some other non-energy drink related brands. EA, however, thought that it would either be too much effort to replace a few JPEGs in the game's files, or they just really wanted to maintain their artistic integrity and true-to-lifeness on Rockstar's stranglehold on the wrestling scene's energy drink ad space. I guess it just wasn't worth it to them to try to fix the release in the Danish video game market. At number 9, we have Mark Echo's Getting Up, Contents Under Pressure. This game, being a play on the nature of aerosols, was of course surrounded in controversy about its heavy use of graffiti. This game includes segments that encourage graffiti, and according to Australian laws about video games, it's a bannable offense to encourage anything that's against the law there. Thus, this game was never released in Australia. It's most certainly not the first time they've banned or censored games, because they're definitely known for that. Australians tend to get low-violence versions of violent video games instead of the full-blown games themselves, if they get them at all. There's a few games that cross too many lines to be censored properly, and while the Australian video game market is booming with opportunity, sometimes developers who are making a specifically violent or raunchy game will decide to just not bother toning it down for release in the good old Outback. Coming in at number 8 on this list, we have Bully, a game by Rockstar Games, which was banned in Brazil. The game was sort of a nod to Rockstar's roots in crime-infested gameplay, but instead of stealing cars and killing innocent civilians without repercussions, you take the role as a bully in a private school you were forced to go to in order to correct your behavior. The game was banned because it took place in a school and involved violence, a combination of themes that the Brazilian government wasn't all too happy about. I can't blame them, I guess, but being a US citizen, I'm used to having free speech and open expression in media be allowed. I know Rockstar loves to push boundaries, so I'm sure something like this is bound to happen to all of their games. Speaking of free speech in the USA, number 7 on our list was actually banned from US military bases. I'm talking, of course, about Medal of Honor. This game allowed players to play as the Taliban in multiplayer mode, a feature that the US military wasn't too happy about. The game was banned from sale within the bases, but it could be purchased outside the base and brought in. So I guess it's not a concrete ban per se, but it was most certainly looked down upon. Even though the game portrays them as the bad guys and portrays the USA as the good guys, because the game offered the players to play as the robber to the game's cop in multiplayer, something that kind of needs to be offered in order for multiplayer to be accurate and playable, the game was pretty much banned. Funnily enough, Counter-Strike wasn't, and that game's teams are strictly terrorist and counter-terrorist. You would think the US would blow a few fuses over that game too, but I suppose playing the role of a terrorist is fine as long as it's not actually labeled Taliban. Oddly specific rules, but okay. Moving on here, at number 6 we have Dead Rising 3, which was banned at launch in Germany. The BPJM panel, which is basically Germany's version of the ESRB, claimed that the zombies in the game were too human-like. Germany has a policy that you can't play games that encourage violence against humans. Aliens are okay, zombies could be okay if they don't look like undead humans, but in Dead Rising 3, they look pretty human to me. And apparently Germany agreed, shutting this game off from their market during the launch of the Xbox One. Germany is also known for their censorship of Nazi imagery in video games and other media, completely censoring games like Wolfenstein as well as others. I guess we can't blame them for that rule, but it does kind of suck that you also can't kill fictional zombies in your spare time. Lame. At number 5, we've got the Pokemon trading card video game, as well as the physical card game itself. They were both banned in Saudi Arabia. Why, you ask? Isn't Pikachu pretty innocent? I mean, Pokemon is one of the most benign, kid-friendly things out there. Well, the answer lies in the symbols used to describe the different types of energy in the game. One of them is a 6-pointed star. Okay. So I guess having something even slightly related to the Star of David in your games or other media is a big faux pas there. I mean, it wasn't intentional, but I guess that doesn't matter to them. Pikachu apparently isn't cute enough to fix this. Coming in at number 4 today, we have Football Manager 2005. Again, an instance of a game that seems pretty content to not push any boundaries and just be a family-friendly experience being banned. It's not really offensive or anything. Where is this football simulator banned exactly? China. Why, you ask? Because the game recognizes Tibet's independence. Yeah, this is a long-running debate. China claims that Tibet is part of China, and Tibet claims it isn't. So since this game took a stance on this issue that China didn't like, the game was banned. Wouldn't you think they could just release a different version without Tibet in it for the Chinese market? I guess with the humanitarian side of the debate in question, the developers might have been trying to send a political message by not selling the game in China. Good on them for sticking to their guns. They really had the balls to challenge China's government. Can I say that on this channel? I hope so. Coming in at number 3 on our list, the beginning of our top 3, is Grand Theft Auto in Thailand. Every single entry into the series has been banned there, and they were actually all banned at once. A young man who had played the game in an internet cafe hailed a cab, and when it came time to pay for his ride, he actually ended up stabbing the cab driver to death. When he was finally caught and taken into custody by the police for questioning, he blamed Rockstar's flagship franchise, saying that the game made it look really easy to get away with crimes like the one he committed. And then the government banned all of the GTA games at once. On the spot. While this guy probably had some other issues that went undetected before he started playing, there's no denying that GTA encourages players to experiment and rewards crime. In the game, though, that's the thing. If people can't make that distinction between people on a screen and actual reality, they shouldn't be allowed to play any video games, in my opinion, especially violent ones, though. Coming in just under number 1, we've got number 2, the sequel itself, Postal II. This game is known for essentially being banhammer bait. There's so many vile and disgusting things you can do in this game for absolutely no plot device other than just, hey, go do your thing and have fun. If your idea of fun is, killing a cat and then using it as a suppressor for your gun and peeing on any witnesses, and then shooting them too, with the cat gun. This game crosses so many lines, it was just begging to be banned somewhere. And New Zealand was actually the only one to bite, banning the game entirely and offering a hefty prison sentence of up to 10 years and fines up to $50,000 for owning or distributing the game. Yikes, all that for just an overly raunchy game? Not worth it. And finally at number 1 we have the Guy game. Oh, this one's bad. Not even just the title, not the gameplay, not the tasteless nudity, no. This game was banned for a much more justified reason. This game doesn't have much going for it. It's a basic trivia game that had a really stupid selling point. Get a question right, and you get to see some breasts. Really? I mean, who is this game for exactly? I guess it's a bottom-of-the-barrel game for a bottom-of-the-barrel kind of person. I mean, the game scored a 47 on Metacritic, so it's not like this game getting banned was a national tragedy. It was actually more of a revelation, as it came to the attention of the public that one of the models in the game actually wasn't of legal age. Yeah, not good. So the authorities found out about this, and the rest is history. This game was quickly pulled off of shelves, and the company responsible for it was sued big time. What was their name, you ask? Top Heavy Studios. Wow. Good riddance. And there you have it, our list of the top 10 video games that got banned. Do you agree? Did we miss something? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more great videos from ArcadeCloud every other day. Take care and game on.